everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Yep, D8.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now George, after Luka Doncic's 3-pointer that didn't go. Morris kicks to George. Rocket 6. And it's off from 3-point range.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Now, here's Doncic following the miss by Porzingis.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
George looking around. On the wing, Batum. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Now, here's Doncic. From deep. Batum grabs the miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And here is Doncic after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Porzingis kicks to Kleba. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Marcus Morris picks one up there. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
Outside, George. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Now, here is George. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys, I think, that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the 3-point line.
Richardson, he's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Deflects the pass and stolen by Richardson. Here's Porzingis and the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Pass to Kennard. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Down low. Zubac, the pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Outside for Rondo. Fires the 3. The Clippers rebound. Pass to Kennard. Morris right side. Stolen by Brunson. Here's Doncic. Out to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Morris with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Richardson outside. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 3. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell. Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Melly in at the small forward. Leonard against Cauley Stein. Leonard attacking, just 5 to shoot. And that one no good to start him off on the night. Mavericks leading by 3. Here's Powell. They get it back, feeds it to Cauley Stein. Rondo with the steal. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And then Leonard with the dunk.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
In the corner, it's Richardson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Richardson. In the corner, Powell with it. 6 to shoot. Here's Melly. Dallas, no good that time either. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Rondo against Brunson. The pass to Richardson. Back to Brunson. Out to the wing. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Leonard against Richardson. Pass to Mann. Back to Leonard. Here's Zubac. Kicks it to Leonard. Goes up again. Again, Leonard missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Stolen by Zubac. To the paint. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Los Angeles leading by 3. Leonard. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Morris against Powell. Rondo with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. Leonard, no luck.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
The shot by Cauley Stein, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Richardson outside. To end the cold streak. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Makes it off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got his first points of the game.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Rondo kicks to Leonard. 56 seconds left now here in the second. Zubac the pass to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Great open look there. Morris has got the lead up to 7 now for the Clippers.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
And the shot is good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Pass to Leonard. 27 seconds left in the first half. Mann passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. Now just a 3-point Clipper lead. Outside Leonard. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Kawhi Leonard has been on display. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Kawhi Leonard. The Tumors out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point. Los Angeles leading by 3. Jackson deciding where to go with it. He kicks it to George. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that ability to play in space is so valuable.
And it's George finishing it off.
Fouling to try and stop the shot, but PG-13 with terrific body control makes him pay. In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Doncic against Jackson. And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
And at 7-3, Porzingis could have been just another big, but he defies expectations. He's got such an impressive array of abilities. And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
Here's Kleba, and it's sent back by George.
Not going to beat Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And Morris throws it down.
super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Really unacceptable letting Porzingis get that kind of positioning. Once he's established, it's over.
Doncic against Jackson. George with no one around. Hits it from three-point range. George has got the lead up to 9 now for the Clippers. The Mavericks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Doncic kicks to Kleber. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one.
Allowing any room to operate, you know he's going to be aggressive.
Right side George. The 19-foot shot. That doesn't go either for George.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack.
Hardaway, no good. Clippers leading by 7. To the middle. It's tipped. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Leonard, he's checked in for Morris. Josh Richardson's checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Maxi Kleber. George finds Leonard. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
The pass to Richardson, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Patterson's checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Hardaway's checked in for Richardson. There's the steal. By himself, and the dunk by Jackson.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Doncic with it. And they double up Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Porzingis. Yep, that one goes in there. Porzingis has got 8.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Pass to Kennard. Kicks to George. George double teamed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Shot clock at 6.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity. Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. There's a lob to Jackson. Hardaway with the steal. And here they come. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Very unselfish. If you appreciate teamwork, this is the kind of play that will get you up out of your seat.
The 4th quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jalen Brunson. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4. From the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Hardaway kicks to Doncic. Back to Hardaway. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Finney-Smith. Rebound by the Clippers.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Dallas with a change here too. Kleba's checked in. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Jackson finds George. Three-pointer.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his fourth foul of the contest. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. The feed now to Leonard. Patterson dishes to Leonard. Pocket 6. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Clippers leading by 5. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Jackson passes to Leonard. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And in the first half, it was a struggle offensively, shooting a very low percentage, but it hasn't prevented them from grabbing the lead, and now they're shooting it much better here in the second.
Kleba kicks to Finney-Smith. Kleba against Leonard. Right side, Porzingis shoots over Batum. Lets it go from deep. The shot will not fall. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. To the inside. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Nice touch by Doncic. Poke loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. Mavericks trail by 7. Out left to the wing. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
And now the Clippers on the break. Batum wide open. He fires. Here's Patterson. Left side, Leonard. Down low. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And foul on the shot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on. And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
And he's had more dunks in this game than you can count. The D has looked like they're just standing still. He keeps going by him and finishing with that highlight reel material.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Hardaway finds Doncic. Over Beverly. Dallas, no good that time either. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. 1:03 left to play in the final quarter. Leonard, the pass to Beverly. 5 to shoot. Back to Leonard. Fires the 3. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
Nobody near Leonard. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper. And the Clippers lead by 14. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Kleba. Out to Hardaway. The drive by Doncic. It's good.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Leonard, no luck. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight. Coming right up. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on DH It.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Aaron Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Will Barton. Then there's Murray. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. Now, here's Jokic. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got the opening bucket of the night here for Denver. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. If his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic outside. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Outside Porter. Murray outside. Back to Jokic. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But, you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
Well, I tell you what, Doncic plays with really good energy and awareness, but also he's got a quiet physicality to him, and he doesn't mind being bumped around when he's trying to score.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it, and it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Doncic finds Kleber. Out to Hardaway. Back to Kleber. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis trying to get free. Gordon with the defensive effort. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, he said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Monte Morris is checked in for Will Barton. Morris against Doncic. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Murray finds Gordon at the elbow. Jokic. Here's Gordon. The pass to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Melly, guarded by Porter. 7-foot shot. Here's Porzingis. That shot off. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Denver.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Doncic against Morris. And Doncic, here we go. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, the main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of it.
Porter, bounce pass. Murray outside. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Brunson. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside, Porter. Porzingis against Jokic. Outside for Murray. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Powell comes in for Nicolo Melli. For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Doncic passes to Powell. Out to Doncic. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Will Barton, he's checked in for Monte Morris. And Dallas with a change here too. Finney-Smith's checked in. Cauley-Stein against Millsap. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You've got to be more physical than that against Millsap. He's good at fighting his way through contact on the way up.
Now here's Brunson. He's tightly guarded. With 1 on the clock. Cauley Stein. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the replay center, Alan Secaucus, delivering.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nuggets ahead, up by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again. But Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Austin Rivers, Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then it's Will Barton catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkus, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Doncic is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to, when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Inside, here's Green. 2 points. That one goes.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Doncic kicks to Kleber. The baseline J off the mark.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway. Dishes to Millsap. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebounded by Hardaway. Mavericks trailed by 4. Out to Doncic. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
It's Barton on the wing. He dishes it to Millsap. Back to Barton. Campazzo, guarded by Doncic. Barton passes to Millsap. That one goes in. Millsap's got 6 points.
Now, you got to remember, Barton isn't just a scorer. This guy is also superb at finding open teammates.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Millsap with it. Hardaway picks him up. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Doncic. It's good. This game is all even. Doncic has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Campazzo keeps it alive, and it's Millsap with the extra effort. 8 points for him.
And, you know, rebounding is about knowing where the ball is going as well as pursuing it. And I like seeing him hit the offensive glass and go right back up with it.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Porzingis. Millsap with the steal. Barton drives in, and Barton throws it down.
Running with purpose. Whenever Barton gets a lane right to the rim, he's going to rise up with power and throw it down.
Pass to Finney-Smith. There's 49 seconds left here in the second. Porzingis can't hit. Denver leading by 4. Barton with it. He's picked up by Doncic. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Gordon inside. Guarded by Powell. Gordon dishes to Morris. Murray right side. Over Richardson. Mavericks with the rebound.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
The shot by Cauley-Stein, no good. Murray finds Jokic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
You know, he's underrated in his mobility. Jokic can be a handful on the drive.
The Nuggets have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. Good on both.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Richardson for 3. That shot off. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each, and a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end. And that'll...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And Jokic gets it to go.
You've got to do more than that, guys, defensively against Jokic. He's so good at staying on balance against physical defenders.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And it's the Mavericks on the break.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Murray with the bounce pass. Gordon kicks to Murray. Jokic passes to Barton. Back to Jokic. No good there. And it's Dallas the other way. One-on-one here. Here's Kleba. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 5th rebound in this one. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's foul number 2 for him. Rivers, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Mavericks, Josh Richardson comes in for Hardaway. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Murray dishes to Porter. Jokic kicks to Rivers. Jokic trying to free himself up. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Jokic.
Carving up the defense with excellent passes like there. Jokic, a big man with great vision.
Left side, Porzingis. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his first foul for the Nuggets. Paul Millsap is checked in for Michael Porter. And Morris subbed in for Austin Rivers. And then for Dallas, Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Maxi Kleba. Gordon kicks to Morris. Outside Gordon. Morris passes to Murray. Denver with a new 14. Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Well, they're working the glass, really battling in that area of the game, and that's helped them stake this lead.
Here's Brunson. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Now here's Brunson. It's stolen by Morris. And here's the fast break. Millsap leading the way for 3. Morris, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Trailing by 10. Richardson the pass to Melli. Some nice passing here by Dallas. The shot by Powell, no good. And the Mavericks with some changes. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nicolo Melli. And Tim Hardaway Jr. subbed in for Doncic. Millsap left side. 27 seconds left to play here in the 3rd. Morris dishes to Millsap. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cauley-Stein. Morris against Brunson. Morris passes to Rivers. 1 second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's Denver with a 10-point lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Green. Will Barton is out there with Morris. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And Green is right there. Green's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nuggets.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Dallas calls timeout. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here is Morris. Not a lot of room, and it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Green, and it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Powell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Here's Murray. Back to McGee. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Again, the miss by Murray.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
McGee's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 10. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Denver making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Barton outside, passes it to Jokic. And the layup falls. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Back to Doncic. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Porzingis with the ball, guarded by McGee. Porzingis inside. McGee's there. Jokic with the steal. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Well, you got to be on guard when Jokic is in the area now. He's adept at reading defenses and going after steal.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's foul number 2 for him. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. The Mavericks also with a sub. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Jokic with it. Down low. Here's Murray. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when Porzingis combines quickness with his reach, getting off the floor like that, he can block just about any shot.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Murray surveying the D. And he buries that one, tripping the rim on the way down.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 16. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Nikola Jokic.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. The kick out to Porter. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Rivers dishes to McGee. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. McGee's got his first points in this one.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
I think the attitude was very impressive. definitely a competitive game, and they fought through it each step of the way.
Absolutely. They put on a tremendous performance in terms of the effort and intensity. This was a well-deserved win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jokic.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Jokic on the follow. And the Nuggets lead by 18.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
And Doncic, here we go.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
That one is off. And he's good on the second.
A disappointing trip to the line there. Even though it was just one miss, now is not the time to be missing those.
Pass to McGee. To the left side wing. Campazzo, guarded by Hardaway. Here's Rivers. It's rebounded by Doncic. Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Pass to McGee. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down this. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Morris in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Nikola Jokic. Michael Porter's out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Now, here's Kennard. Here's George. And George with the stuff.
Well, an aggressive player at the rim. Paul George has the kind of athleticism to make a defense look silly.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Jackson looking around. Just 5 on the clock. And there's Paul George on the assist from Jackson. George has got his second bucket of the night.
Excellent offensive positioning from Paul George. Size, length, touch. Beautiful.
Jokic passes to Murray. He dishes it to Porter. Back to Murray. It's stolen by Ibaka. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm? And if you're drawing up your starting 5 for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Pass to George. There's the triple. Denver grabs the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And stolen by Gordon. Porter kicks to Barton. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by George. And Murray, we know, can be streaky, Greg. Still mid 30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with a hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Here's Jackson following the basket by Jokic. And there's the pass to George. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, George. Trying to get open as Ibaka. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Pass to Gordon. To the middle. Gordon. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, there is a will, a drive. Aaron Gordon showing he wants to be more active on the glass.
George against Jokic. George dishes to Ibaka. Now, here's Kennard. Jackson in the corner. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time for the Nuggets. Paul Millsap's checked in for Porter. Austin Rivers comes in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Outside Rondo. Back to Leonard to end the drought. It's hauled in by Jokic.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Here's man. Nobody near Leonard. Nailed from three-point land.
This guy loves to help his team space the floor. You have to respect Kawhi's range. He will make you pay.
Outside Gordon. Passes to Jokic. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Kicks it out to Gordon. Offensive rebound. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 4-point game. And another three for the Clippers.
Leonard doesn't give the defense time to react. His catch-and-shoot game is on point.
Rivers in the corner. Pass to Jokic. A three from Morris. The rebound by Ibaka. Oh, Morris in position. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nuggets ahead. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Paul Millsap out there with JaMychal Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. On the wing, Morris. There's the pass to Green. Back to Morris. 5 on the clock. Millsap left side. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. A different look for Denver. Porter's checked in for Austin Rivers, and Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. The Clippers in the lead. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. Missed inside.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
To the left wing. The drive by Green. There's the dish to Millsap. And a wide open look for Porter. Come on. The Nuggets with another miss.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Back to Porter. 6 on the shot clock. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Kennard's shot is off. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Pass to Zubac. Dishes it to George. Jackson from long range. Rebound by the Nuggets. And he commits the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So both teams making some changes here. Murray, the pass to Green. Here's Jokic. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. Passes it to Jackson. Back to George. .116 left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Kennard finds George. Jackson with it. Off target from outside. Porter looking it over to the inside. It's intercepted. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game right now. First one falls for him. And the Nuggets with some changes. Austin Rivers comes in for Michael Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray.
And for Jokic, a slow start to last season, came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Jackson against Jokic. Back to Rivers. Morris outside. Clock at 6. To the paint. It's stolen. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Count that one. George has got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Morris passes to Jokic. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the middle. Man can't hit. And here's Rivers. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They kept at it on both ends. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Luke Kennard out there with Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the center position.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Pass to Gordon. Back to Murray. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Murray's got 5.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Jackson kicks to George. And it's Denver with the rebound. Porter's got 4 rebounds in this game. The kick out to Barton. Wide open look. He can't get that one. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George with no one around. Ibaka, the pass to Jackson. Left side, George. Morris finds Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. George, that's a 2-pointer. And he overshot that one, missing.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jokic with the steal. Oh, here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. He's got 6.
Well, you have to admire the strength of Aaron Gordon. This guy is adept at finding his way through intense defense.
Back to George. Greg, as a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
And that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, we're just saying that because it's true.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Los Angeles, Leonard, he's checked in for Kennard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Jackson. And here's George for three. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
And here comes Leonard leading the fast break.
One of the key aspects for Kawhi Leonard's scoring per game is his ability to get to the free throw line. This guy lives there.
And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Rivers can't get it to go. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Millsap's against Morris. Millsap dishes to Morris. Back to Millsap. Out to Morris. On the clock. Offline with his three. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Leonard, and then Leonard with the dunk.
There's just so much force that Kawhi plays with. It is what allows him to rise up and put it down with authority.
Dozier passes to McGee. Good, nice job down low.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup, nicely done.
Rondo looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
LA has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And here's Leonard from 3. They get it again. The shot missing. Nuggets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Baca against Jokic. Out to Morris. For the lead. It's rebounded by Leonard. The Clippers have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Well, you think back to draft day in 2011. It was quiet then. It became loud as his career went on. But the Spurs get the draft rights to Kawhi Leonard on that day for George Hill. Incredible.
And we've reached the end of the third. Los Angeles on top, up by 4. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Murray. JaMychal Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Nikola Jokic. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And like the physicality he brings to the floor, outstanding at drawing fouls while shooting.
So he gets them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Now the pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Murray. Morris outside. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers leading by 6. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball.
Here's Jokic. Here's McGee, the second effort, and it's good on the layup.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
Jackson against Morris. Jackson passes to George. And he banks in the layup. George has got the lead, back up to 8 now for Los Angeles.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
Morris, left side. From the corner. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Clippers leading by 6. Now Jackson. Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Murray for 3. Denver the rebound. Now the feed to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Ooh, put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously he can when necessary, but not that time. From deep, George. Morris with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
No good from outside.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
And it's George finishing it off.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Pass to Jokic. Stripped away. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. Porter's checked in for Denver. Will Barton comes in for Monte Morris. Shoots. The Nuggets with another miss. Clippers leading by 6. Here's George. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Well, Marcus Morris has tremendous size, and he is willing to find his teammates when they're open. That's nicely done.
Barton, wide open, he fires. And the 3 off target. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's George. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Kennard kicks to George. Shot clock at 5. Tries it from 19. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead. Barton right side. Fires for 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
If they had to battle for this win, there were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Here's George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. To stop the run, the layup good by Porter.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Jackson. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Back to Beverly. The tray. Drills it from outside.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the...
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. We are nearly ready.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Batum in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Dallas, Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Batum against Porzingis. And there's the pass to Finney-Smith. Shot clock at 2. Dallas needs to get off a shot. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. In the backcourt matchup tonight, Brent, definitely high-powered. At the point guard position in particular, much more scoring expected than in decades past.
I think guys have the green light, Kevin, to fire away at the first available opportunity. The offense isn't taught the same way with orchestrators at the point guard position. Now guys are looking to be overly aggressive with their scoring prowess and to try to make plays sometimes feel secondary.
That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's Batum, and Batum throws it down.
A really good decision there from Paul George, quick to find the open man.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Now, here's Doncic. Batum with the steal. George passes to Kennard. Now here's George. He's guarded closely. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And it's Doncic missing. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Morris. And here's George for 3. And again, it's the Clippers missing. Hardaway against George. Hardaway, no good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleba. Now, here's George. Down low. Just 5 to shoot. Morris finds George. Buries the long-range jumper. George has got 5 now.
A lot of points coming from Paul George from the three-point line over the past couple seasons. The D has to play out on him, and that creates the space.
Now, here's Doncic. To the inside. Here's Marjanovic. And that time, also a missed shot. Clippers leading by 7. Morris passes to George. Great D that time from Hardaway.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Doncic with the bucket.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's George. After Luka Doncic's bucket, Jackson passes to Kennard. Pass to George. Shoots over Doncic. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Hardaway. Inside. It's stolen by Morris. Now the Clippers moving it up. George with the ball. Morris, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jackson against Doncic. Lays it up and banks it in.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And it's George again missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
.15 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Doncic passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Rondo dishes to Leonard. And that one's off, and this is his first shot of the game. And that does it for the first quarter. Clippers ahead. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers. Guys?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
So for the Clippers right now, Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the shooting guard position. Leonard attacking. The shot misses. Mavericks trail by 6.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. Goes there, wins the MVP and a championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story. Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And the Clippers miss again. Now the Mavericks with it. 9-point game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Mavericks shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Rondo against Powell. Zubac the pass to Morris. It's tipped.
Hard-nosed defender and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson, good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Rondo. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Rondo kicks to Leonard. Stolen by Brunson. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. For Dallas, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Leonard's got his first basket.
The strength and that body that Kawhi has, he finishes through contact as well as anyone in the league.
Richardson outside. There's the pass to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Rondo dishes to Leonard. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Leonard's got 4 points in the quarter.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, we can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that two-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Brunson. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Brunson scanning the floor. Richardson finds Brunson. Up again. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Here's Powell. No good, unable to end this run. Los Angeles leading by 8. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. That one falls.
Even when Richardson's getting knocked around a little bit, he can still finish, especially when he's going straight to the rim.
And here's Leonard from 3. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 8.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Kleber against Leonard. From deep. But they'll get another chance. Powell kicks to Cauley-Stein. A second chance effort. Kept alive. Pass to Kleber. Brunson against Rondo. Good on the shot. Brunson's got 6 here in this quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Man passes to Batum. Leonard, that's for 2. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what's yours? And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Doncic. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Doncic has got 6 points. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
George with the ball. Hardaway picks him up.
Sweet finish from Paul George there. I like to see him get up to the rim like that.
Doncic against Jackson. Doncic kicks to Finney-Smith. From past the arc. Tips it. It's hauled in by George. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Ellie's checked in. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Kennard's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 9. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Dallas moving the ball around. Hardaway passes to Finney-Smith. Clock is at 3. Here's Melly, covered by Morris. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
On the wing, Jackson, guarded by Doncic. Jackson dishes to Batum. Outside for George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got the lead up to 12 now for the Clippers.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And your point guard's got to be the catalyst. Great job getting to the 10.
Well, Greg, he knows when they need a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
In the corner, George with it. Back to Jackson. Pass to Kennard. No good with the triple.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
In the corner, Kennard with it. It's tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by George. Jackson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Passes it to Melly. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound in this one. The shot by George, wide open. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Jackson against Brunson. Melly throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
.55 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. To the wing on the left. The pass to George. Out left to the wing. Man passes to Leonard. Fires the 3. The Clippers get another chance here. Morris finds George. Here's Leonard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 14 points for Leonard.
Got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Outside for George. Here's Morris. Off target from the baseline.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
And the foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul. Outside Rondo. That's a 2 from Kennard. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers enjoying a 12-point lead. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the 3 slot. And now the Clippers on the break. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Doncic is checked in for Jalen Brunson. Mavericks trail by 12. And here is Doncic. To the paint. Porzingis inside. Leonard's there. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Porzingis showing a little strength down low that time. You can't get upset at the D for being physical with him on that play.
And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats. And so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Mavericks trail by 10. Hardaway for 3. And the 3 ball is good. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And here's Leonard from 3. No good on that one. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Finney-Smith in the corner. Hardaway with it. Finney-Smith passes to Porzingis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Out to Hardaway. 2 on the clock. A 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers leading by 7. Here's Morris. And the layup's good off the glass.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Pass to Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Down low. Here's Kleba. Hangs in the air, and it's good on the way in.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Leonard from downtown. It's rebounded by Doncic.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
George is checked in for the Clippers. Left side, Porzingis. To the middle. Here's Doncic. Passes to Kleba. From the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles leading by 7. Outside Jackson. The pass to Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Hardaway passes to Kleba. Dallas no good that time either.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
There's Jackson with the 3. Morris. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Mavericks trail by 9. On up the court. Doncic finds Porzingis. Out to Hardaway. Pass to Finney-Smith. Pass to Porzingis. Now Kleba. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
So it's the Clippers now. George against Kleba. And George, here we go. And Leonard has it in the corner. George double team. This one for 3. And it's Leonard missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Porzingis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Porzingis in the aggressive mindset in this one. Knows he's a problem for the defense, especially on the drive.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. Right wing. Ibaka outside. Passes it to Rondo. Outside, George. And so Los Angeles takes the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a run. David, thank you as always. points from earlier on. The Nuggets getting off the team bus. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Michael Porter. Murray out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 4 spot. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. Now, here's Jokic. Over Porzingis. Jokic, no good. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And stolen by Murray. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
They get the rebound. The layup off target. Passes it to Porter. To the inside. Gordon finds Porter. Back to Gordon. 5 on the clock. Doncic against Murray. And it's good off the back rim and in. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Here's Doncic following the score by Jamal Murray. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Gordon against Kleber. The 11-footer. Gordon, the pass to Jokic.
You know, it's good seeing Porzingis work really hard on the defensive end. Does a nice job staying in position and contesting and challenging the shot without fouling.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And here is Doncic following the 3 from Will Barton. The pass to Kleber and stolen by Barton. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the quick feet of Murray really doing an extraordinary job getting out in transition.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Now here's Murray after Luka Doncic's miss, and the wide open shot from Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Here's Doncic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
You know, he's the 3rd pick in the 2018 draft, guys, and Doncic seems poised to dominate this league for a lot of years.
The Nuggets leading by 9. Murray for 3. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doncic kicks to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, what a brilliant find by Doncic.
Outside Gordon. Pass to Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And it's Denver scoring again.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Doncic with it. Outside Hardaway. Powell, the pass to Porzingis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
You know, Porzingis is a guy who's used to having to fight his way through the defense, and good balance allowed him to do that there.
And it's Gordon missing.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Richardson, no luck. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. They lead by 7. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Gordon. Shot on the wing. Jokic. Jokic on the follow.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Doncic against Morris. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here is Murray. And so it's Denver heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're feeling very confident. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Jalen Brunson out there with Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Melly in at the 4. Porter looking it over. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Richardson finds Brunson. And they pick up 2. Brunson's got his first 2 points.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Green left side. Porter in the corner. Back to Green. Trying to find Brunson. Gets it to him. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Pass to Porter. Campazzo. Brunson covering. Here's Green, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant. And
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great, great human being.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Outside Porter. Martin in the corner. On the wing, Green. Kleba defending. There's Porter with the 3. It's hauled in by Richardson. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Finney-Smith, and he bangs it home with one hand.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Martin dishes to Rivers. That 3 off the mark. Kleba with it. Now Green defending. And the pass to Brunson. And it's Denver with the rebound. 1:57 left in the first half of basketball. Loads it up for Millsap. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Brunson, good. And the Mavericks lead by 3. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Rivers against Brunson. Pass to Melly. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Runner outside. The putback. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Melly. Hardaway is subbed in for Josh Richardson. And then for Denver, Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And Morris subbed in for Porter. Brunson against Morris. Now here's Brunson. Defense is right there. Barton with some nice D.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And that's good. A nice job on the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Guys, you look at Porzingis, and it seems like he's got a knack for chasing down the ball on the offensive glass. Really good instinct.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jokic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jokic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Porzingis. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, that was a rough ride in the first quarter for Dallas. The deficit for them just seemed to... And that's...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon out there with Michael Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at the center, filling out the middle. 6 on the shot clock.
At the defensive end, Gordon is very accomplished. I mean, he gets off the ground quickly and is an excellent shot blocker as a result.
And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big-time play on both ends.
Oh, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
Jokic with the bucket.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Hardaway passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Murray. Now here's Doncic. D right on him.
Need more of this from Jokic. When he's active on defense, he's a capable shot blocker.
And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Porter. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. That That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Cans it from downtown.
You know, I think this is a shot Porter Jr. has to continue to knock down because, after all, he's out there to stretch the floor, so he's got to cash in from there.
To the paint, here's Powell. Doncic trying to get open. Count it, and the Nugget lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Powell.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
On the wing, Gordon. Guarded by Powell. Pass to Jokic. And stolen by Cauley Stein. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Murray finds Gordon. 1:58 left in the third. Outside Porter over Hardaway. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Porter's got 9.
Porter Jr. has a unique combination of size and skill, and as a result, able to beat defenders in the catch-and-shoot game.
Stolen. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good, Murray.
And, you know, you look at the evolution of Murray, and it's exciting to watch, quite honestly. He's a combo guard. He's got great range and scoring ability, but I like the way he's developing as a playmaker, too.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. Count it. Doncic has got his second basket.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Passes it to Dozier. He wants to get the Millsap and does. Morris outside. He dishes it to Rivers. Shoots over Brunson. And that one hits back iron. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Doncic. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
Bounce pass from Morris. McGee, the pass to Millsap. Back to McGee. Porzingis with the block, and he's able to get it back. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets with another miss. The Mavericks have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. He nails it, and we're tied up. Porzingis has got 8.
You know, guys, this is the danger Porzingis poses in the open floor. He's excellent at getting to his spots.
Now, here is Morris.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit, maybe lost concentration, too.
And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. And time for the show. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. Porzingis is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the power forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Clock at 6. Jokic kicks to Murray. Shoots over Brunson. Murray, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
Down low, Porzingis with the steal. The finish in the dunk by Doncic.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Jokic finds Murray. Barton outside. No good on the three.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Denver calls timeout. And with the fourth quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. For the Nuggets, JaVale McGee comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Morris subbed in for Barton. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He told them we've got to make the most of every chance right now. This is a winnable game, but we've got to make plays. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Thanks so much, David. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
All Jokic needs is just a little bit of room, and he's good to shoot it. You got to respect the scoring ability he has.
Doncic outside. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by 6. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's Morris. McGee trying to break free. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Murray. Murray's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. Jokic with the steal. And Maxi Kleber is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Murray outside. Shoots over Doncic. Kleber with the rebound. Kleber's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Hardaway goes in. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Mavericks leading by 4. Here's Porzingis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And that one misses.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he sinks the second.
And, you know, with Porzingis, the potential is really exciting. I mean, with his size and skill set, I think he's got a chance to be a dominant force for a long time.
On the wing, Porter to the middle. There's 1:47 left in the fourth quarter. Jokic passes to Porter. Misses from short range. Mavericks leading by 5. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got 12 points in just the second half.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Hardaway against Morris. Back to Gordon. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Porzingis.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul him.
Gordon hits both of them.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Doncic against Morris. Hardaway passes to Pop, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Dwight Powell's combination of athleticism and focus allow him to score despite getting bumped around.
And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. 8-point game. Barton dishes to Gordon. Back to Barton. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, he is an all-star level talent for sure. Jokic, a safe bet in the clutch.
Doncic looking it over. Hardaway against Barton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. Here's Denver now.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Pop. Murray's checked in for Denver.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
Kicks it to Porter. There's the 3. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. And here's Morris for 3. That shot misses. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. A confident. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. Of downtown Los Angeles. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. We've got Will Barton, Gordon out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter, and it's Murray in at point guard. And for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris is out there with Batum. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position. Back to George. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
Leonard against Barton. Leonard kicks to George. For the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Here's Porter. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Back to George. A three-pointer is right on target.
He doesn't need much time to get his shot off. Paul George is a dependable catch-and-shoot option.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. Porter finds Murray. Another shot. Jokic with the bucket.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Barton against George. Shoots the three. That doesn't go either for George.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
And there it is for him.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Jackson against Murray. Jackson passes to George. Kennard on the wing. Those three-pointers off the mark.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Batum. Not going to go that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
And just paying attention to the details, it makes great reads offensively. Jokic is so comfortable with the catch and shoot.
Murray against Jackson. Kennard with the ball. 6 to shoot. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris with the bucket.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
Barton outside. Murray, the pass to Jokic. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw come. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
And here's Morris for 3. And another miss by Denver.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Pass to Millsap. Inside, Green. And the rejection by Zubac. Green finds Millsap. And another shot. Green. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Quick off the floor for these offensive rebounds. Green's 7'2" wingspan. It helps him snatch them.
Rondo passes to Leonard. No good with the elbow jumper.
Easy chance for mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Morris outside. A three-pointer off the mark, and the foul called on Paul Millsap. That is his first foul of the game. Left side Rondo. So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Clippers lead. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves to the NBA.
You know, this game, you know, it's.
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's man in at the 2 spot. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Morris passes to Millsap. And he lays it straight in. Millsap's got his first points in this one.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Leonard against Rivers. Leonard the pass to Morris. And it's Rivers with the rebound.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Passes it to Morris. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Right side Leonard. All sorts of time. Good as the jump shot falls. Leonard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
The pass to Rivers. And here's Millsap. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
Rivers kicks to Green. 4 on the clock. For 3, Murray. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to man. Back to Leonard. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rivers gets a wide open look. And another miss by Denver. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look for Denver. Michael Porter, he's checked in for JaMychal Green. And it's Will Barton in for Austin Rivers. Porter against George. Down low. Batum finds George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
In this first half, he is really falling in love with the 3. So far, not paying dividends.
Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Kennard, the pass to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody but... Whoa! I mean, that's a rugged play.
That one was big time.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. And now we've got the intentional foul. Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Murray kicks to Porter from outside the arc. And again, Denver no good. Los Angeles leading by 7. And George with the stuff.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Gordon against Patterson. Murray right side. Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
The 3 from George. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points and kicked. And that
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. Was just destroying the rim.
And these weren't just putbacks and alley-oops. He was roaring to the rim and finishing.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. We've got Murray. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. Gordon finds Barton. On the wing, Porter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
George against Porter. Now here's George. Tight defense on him. Over Porter.
An active player who just takes pride in his defense. Porter is solid at contesting shots with that reach.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. And so here's Denver. They trail by 9 points. Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Got a piece of it. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Jackson up top. Martin defending. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Jackson kicks to George. Shoots over Barton. And it's George missing.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
Wide open look here for Murray. Kennard with the rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Porter against Kennard. Murray the pass to Porter. Jackson against Murray. Good on the 7-footer.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
And George kicks to Kennard. The feed to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. George against Millsap. The Nuggets trail by 7. Stolen by Jackson. Millsap with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Barton wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3. The Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Outside for George. To the paint. Five to shoot. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Just has that feel for the game, a feel for how to generate points. And that was a thunderous putback by Millsap.
Millsap's against George. To the middle, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Murray right side. Denver passing it around. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Pass to Leonard. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
The NBA champion, Finals MVP, Kawhi has done a lot in a short time.
Leonard hits them both. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. And there's the pass to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Pass to Mann. Kicks to Leonard. Lets it go with the 3. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Porter finds Jokic. To the inside. Passes it to Murray. And so it's Los Angeles in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. Back to the action after this word. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. They've got Batum, Reggie Jackson out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Mann in at the 3. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here is Los Angeles now. Leonard against Jokic. Here's...
Wow! I can't believe that one.
That was incredible. Murray kicks to Rivers. Here's Jokic. But they get it back. The pass to Gordon. Pass to Jokic. Tries again. And the layup is good.
He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
Rondo with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Jackson passes to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
And I like that he's staying aggressive. One of the NBA's most consistent scorers. Kawhi's been doing it all tonight.
Pass to Rivers. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Jokic trying to free himself up. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Barton.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Barton outside. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. Passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Unloads. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Barton with it. George picks him up. Barton dishes to Porter. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And Beverly kicks to Leonard. From deep, George. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 6-point game. Clippers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. The shot by George, no good. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Barton throws it down.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Barton against George. He kicks to Leonard. They need this one. Barton with the rebound. The Nuggets trail by 4. Porter finds Barton. Now here's Gordon. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And the Clippers miss again. Nuggets have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Kicks it out to Gordon. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Serge Ibaka. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Jackson looking it over. There's the pass to Leonard. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He had it rolling and then lost it for some reason. Let's see if he can get it back while it still matters.
Just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
And it's tied up with that one.
How fantastic was that? One mistake and the game's over, but he gets it done.
Clippers with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. George against Barton. George passes to Jackson. Outside, George.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. Just 2 seconds left in the game. Guys, what do you think?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
And when a player scores over half his team's points, you know he's going to be our pick, even when he's been the exclusive focus of the defense.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.